Look at how pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make some banana bread because we have some bananas that are overripe and I'm just in the mood to make banana bread. Now, I have adapted a recipe from a cookbook called Against the Grain, or Against, where's it called? Yeah, Against the Grain. And I used to make this recipe with almond flour, but now I'm gonna make it with just like a regular wheat flour.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna make this banana bread. You wanna help me? You do? Okay. All right, so we're gonna preheat the oven to 350. All right, and then it's gonna grease the sides of a pan, place 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, eggs, honey, vanilla, and vinegar in a bowl or a stand mixer and beat on high for 30 seconds. So let's collect the ingredients, shall we? I'm gonna be using my KitchenAid mixer. This wooden bowl I recently got, and oh my gosh, it's so good, right? You love it? I love this bowl. So, super fun to use. I'll lay it down in the description. She loves it too. Okay, so what did we say here? We gotta get back on track, right? Yeah, we gotta get back on. All right, got 2 tablespoons of coconut sugar. So 4 large eggs. One teaspoon of vanilla extract. I never measure it with a spoon, literally never. In fact, let's give it a little more, shall we? All right, 3 tablespoons of honey. So while I'm doing this, I wanna share a little bit about myself. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, stay-at-home mom. Got 2 dogs at home, and we just moved back to Texas. We've been living all over the country for years. When I say years, I'm talking about like almost 20 years now. And trying to find our place here. I'm a stay-at-home mom now. We've got a baby that's 19 months old. Bye-bye. And just trying to find our way. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in the middle of a lot of things. My husband has a new job and trying to figure out this whole one income thing, all while trying to be really present for her. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's interesting. The days can be long, the nights can be short. Well, you know what I'm saying, just not enough time. That's really what I'm trying to say. All right, really quick, let's see what we got here. Oh wait, I want some vinegar too. I forgot about that. Half a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. You want me to open this for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? I feel like it's gonna end up all over your shirt. Let's just leave it closed. And I will link everything I can down in the description, including this bowl, including these spoons. Yes, baby. What are you doing? You don't need the vinegar, trust me. You want me to get that for you? Now, it says mix, beat on high for 30 seconds. So while that's mixing, you know, my hope for this channel is to kind of share a little bit of kind of what we're going through as well as maybe be, I don't know, some help for other mothers that are navigating the same place in life. And it's not just the grind. I also want to show beautiful things. Like, for instance, we're in a rental right now and I hate these cabinets. And I talked to the landlord and he's going to let me paint them. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to be posting all about that and getting a new backsplash. He's going to let us replace some of the flooring, if not all the flooring. So we're going to have to see about that. So we used to run a home remodel business, and so we're very well versed in this stuff. So I'm going to be sharing some of that, and also I'm going to be sharing just some fun things I find, like what girl doesn't love a shopping buddy, and that's kind of what I want to be for you too, because I would love to be able to just share some things I find online that I think are super fun. So I'm gonna do that. And then just life stuff, you know, like life things as we navigate life, and I don't know, go from there. All while trying to find a better, best version of ourselves, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so let's move on. Let's see, combine baking soda, salt, and then the flour in a bowl. So we're going to need half a cup, quarter cup, so 3/4 of a cup of flour, 3/4 of a cup of flour, 1, 2, 3. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You know, I can never figure out how to open these baking soda boxes. Are you with me? I'm always like butchering them. Okay, I got it. Half a teaspoon of salt. Gonna eyeball that. Now the recipe calls for coconut milk. I think I'm actually going to use some heavy cream, and I'm gonna try that, and we're gonna see how it works. If it doesn't work with heavy cream, just know if you use this recipe with regular milk, it works just fine. So let's get this mixing. Now I'm going to grab the bananas and the heavy cream. So it's saying here 3 large ripe bananas, and looky there, we have 3 large ripe bananas. Didn't plan for that. I actually got irritated this weekend because my husband threw away some of our bananas that I was going to use, and he thought they were just icky, and it's okay because now we have actually 3 perfectly ripe bananas that were just left on the counter. So, oh my gosh, why do I keep putting the peel in the bowl? Goodness. All right, quit doing that. Let's get these in there. Or are you gonna put them in your cup, huh? All right. Got those in there. The reason I'm gonna try to use heavy cream today is because if I were doing this recipe with the coconut milk, I would be using that full fat coconut cream. And I feel like this is like the same consistency. So I'm just gonna give it a shot because I am not afraid to experiment in the kitchen. Okay. Because seriously, what is the worst that can happen? Now, granted, I always say that I can't bake and nothing ever comes right. So maybe I shouldn't take so many liberties in my baking and just stick to all my liberties I take while I'm cooking. I am actually not a great baker, and it's amusing now that I'm thinking about it that the first thing I'm posting about is a baked good. Okay, It's weird, but here we are. So I'm just gonna mash these bananas in here. And it says mash until it resembles baby food. So that's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. Why do I have this here? I'm telling you, this is not gonna be an overproduced situation, okay? This is just real, okay? Okay. All right. And the oven has preheated. I mean, that kind of looks like baby food. You're a baby. All right, I think it's time to pour it in, and then we have to add the chocolate chips, because what the heck is banana bread without chocolate chips? Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. This is what real life sounds like. I wish real life had the like really like soothing background music, but it doesn't. Okay. So I got that in there. I'm gonna start mixing that up. Grab the chocolate chips. I like a lot of chocolate chips in my banana bread. And I guess it's time for me to butter my dish, because I didn't do that before. So I'm going to be sharing cooking. I'm going to be sharing homemaking things. I'm going to be sharing just life stuff, like I was saying. Just kind of be your friend. You know, like back in the day when they say women used to just like hang out over the picket fence and just share recipes and talk about life and talk about God and their marriages and everything that was going on in life. Well, I feel like we don't do that anymore, so I feel like it's time that we do that. So I'm going to overly butter this dish. I usually like putting some parchment paper down, but I'm gonna be lazy today and not do that, because I don't feel like messing with it, in all honesty. And I'll probably pay for it later, or not. Maybe I've just buttered it well enough that it doesn't matter. Now, I never measure chocolate chips, like I said. I'm gonna pour this in here. You wanna watch? Yeah. One thing we're not in this house is stingy with chocolate, okay? I want it to look very chocolatey. Actually, let me bring you over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so lock that. I think we need more chocolate. What do you think? I think we need more chocolate. Hold on. Let's add more chocolate. I'm basically using like 3/4 of this bag. Sorry for not measuring, but that's just not how I do things around here. All right. I think it's ready to pour into the dish. You know, I'm considering not editing out my toddler crying, talking, screaming. You know why? Because there's so many videos that I watch online and I'm like, oh my God, does that baby ever cry? Does that, what? And it makes me feel like something is abnormal here, and it isn't. She's loves to talk and she's excited about things. And all right, oh my, look at all, can you tell how many chocolate chips are in this? All right, well, here we are. I think that's probably enough. Okay. Oh, you want to lick this? You do? There you go. Yeah. Okay. Well, if she's gonna do it, I want to do it. Oh, it's delicious. It's good. Try it. Try it. And it's ready to put in the oven. That's why you preheat. All right, here we go. Okay. Do you like that? Okay, well, at this point, pour batter into loaf pan, bake for 40 to 45 minutes. Use a toothpick to make sure it's cooked. Meaning, if you don't know what I mean by that, is when you insert a toothpick or a knife, and if it's still coating the toothpick or the knife with the batter, that means it's not cooked. When you insert it and remove it, if it's clean, it is done. Now, hold on, nobody tells you this. I'm gonna tell you this. When you have a lot of chocolate chips in your baked good, when you insert that knife or that toothpick, it's going to come out with chocolate on it. Just make sure that it's not bringing batter, because then it's undercooked. If it's just chocolate on the knife or on the toothpick, you're fine, okay? Because I had to figure that out on my own. So now I'm gonna clean up and set a timer, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm not the greatest baker, but I hope it turns out. I was just putting this away because I was cleaning up. Look at this cute recipe binder. I got this, I can't remember. I think it's on Amazon. I don't think I got it on Amazon, but I think they sell it on Amazon. Oh, look. Isn't this the cutest thing? So I've been actually building, this is like my list of recipes that I need to type out, but I've been building recipes and getting inspiration from cookbooks and adapting it to my own life and family and taste. And one thing that's really important to me is the idea of passing down something that is actually meaningful. And so I've been working on a family cookbook. So this is so cute. I've got like 13 minutes left on the banana bread, but I figure, let me show you something I did this year. I've never gardened like this before. Let me show you what I did. Check out my zinnias over the picket fence. Look at how, okay, hold on, we'll start here. I started these all from seeds. And oh my gosh, when I look out my window, I can't believe like what I see. Look at this. They're so cool. I actually need to come in, and some are ready to be deadheaded, pruned. But look at that. That almost looks like Peggy Martin roses. You know what I'm saying? So here's how thrifty I am. I got these seeds, right? And I didn't want the dogs or the baby getting in here. So this guy down the street was giving away a couple panels of fence. And I had my husband go snag it. And then I said, I want you to remove every other picket and cut it in half to make a picket fence for my flowers. Isn't that so fun? So it's so easy. Like, and you can see like some have the trim here, some don't. I want him to do this cut on the rest of these, but we just haven't gotten to it yet. But I don't care. Look how cute. Are you kidding me? So anyway, just thought I would share that because these have been so much fun. Definitely a huge learning experience. Aren't these the cutest little things? All right, so I actually saw someone talking about this devotional online, and I'm actually new to devotionals. Literally just left on the counter, okay? Anyway, new to devotionals. This one is called Morning Mercies. And I'm telling you, maybe this is just God saying, like, it's a reminder to always turn to Him when we really need Him. And always. But this is weird because anytime I feel some type of desperate or like something isn't going the way I need it to go or want it to go for myself or my family or whatever, I always feel inclined to open let's see what today's is all about, shall we? Today is July. What is today? Is today the 12th? Hold on. Okay, it's July 13th. I don't open this every day, to be honest with you, and I want to. Oh, interesting. July 13th. It's much shorter than it normally is. So let me see what it says. It says, you don't, now that I get it all dirty, you don't work in the hope of getting an identity. You work in celebration of the identity that in Christ you have been given. That's interesting. Okay, hold on. Identity. No need to search for myself. No need to grasp for meaning for my life or purpose or for what I do. No need to hope for inner peace, that sense of well-being for which every heart longs. No need to hope that no need to hope that someone or something will make me happy or give me joy. I no longer need any of these things because grace has connected me to you and you have named me your child. For further study and encouragement, Galatians 4:4-7. Okay. Okay. Before I started recording this video today, I decided to take my toddler for a drive in the car because she needed a nap and she doesn't love sleeping and I didn't want to fight her. So you know what? I said, I'm gonna go put her in the car, let her nap, and then I just need to do some soul searching and figure out where the frick I'm going from here. What are we doing? What am I going to invest my time in? Who am I? How am I gonna do this? And the reason is because every time I try to be a presence online, social media, whatever, I always feel like I'm forcing something. I always feel like I'm trying to be something I'm not, trying to portray this life that isn't mine, to try to be like somebody else that I see online. And nothing ever sticks and nothing feels authentically me. And then I start pressuring myself and it's like I can't keep up. You know that phrase, keeping up with the Joneses? I can't even keep up with myself at that point. And the reason why I took some time today and I was praying and I was talking to God and saying, hey, where am I going from here? What do I do? Who am I? What am I going to share? How am I going to build something? And didn't I just tell you that every time I need something and I open this devotional, it speaks to me exactly based on what's going on in my life in that day. Hi, baby. What you doing? How odd is that? Is it that it's talking about identity? Identity. No need to search for myself. No need to grasp for meaning for my life or purpose for what I do. No need to hope for inner peace. That sense of well-being for which every heart longs. Oh, do we long for inner peace? Absolutely. No need to hope that someone or something will make me happy or give me joy. I no longer need any of these things because grace has connected me to you, and you have named me your child. Can you even? I think I got the answers I was looking for today. Oh, my gosh. Look at how pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. So I'm gonna let it cool, which is really hard for me. I'm gonna let it cool. And then I'll turn the camera back on and show you how it turned out. I got really excited about it and I forgot to see if it was even done. I was like, oh, look how pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Please hold. I'm gonna stick it right in the middle. Okay, it's not done. Do you see how there's chocolate and batter? Okay, I got so excited. It was like a cooking show. Pulled it out and it's like perfectly done. All right, I'm gonna put it back for, honestly, it's very close. I'm gonna put it back for 5 minutes and then we'll try again. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. Let's see it again. This is the reality of stuff. Still looks beautiful. Still not done. Okay, so we're currently at 45 minutes, okay? This is my oven. I don't know about your oven. One thing I do like to do is to see if it's unevenly cooking, like it's done on this side. It's done on this side. It's just like right in this little middle section. So I'm gonna put it in for another 5 minutes and I think we should be good. Our landlord said that we could paint the cabinets. I hate this. This is very ugly to me. Not to everyone, but to me it is. And he was in here and he saw it and he's like, if you wanna make it look better and make it look more like your style, go for it. I was like, okay, enough said. So I'm going to paint, so we're gonna have to sand it down, like rough it up. It's stained right now. So it's not painted and it's not a veneer on there. So we're gonna sand it, rough it up a little bit. That way when we repaint it, the paint does not peel. And we're gonna use cabinet enamel on it. So just so you know, if you ever paint cabinets, you have to make sure that you are roughing up the surface and you're probably priming and using cabinet enamel. Cabinet enamel actually hardens. It's different than just your regular latex paint. It hardens and makes it a lot harder to chip. Like it really grips the wood. It's for obviously high touch, high traffic places like cabinets. And I'm gonna choose like a creamy, delicious color. You know what I mean? Creamy, not stark white, not beige, not like drab, but like a creamy. Have you seen like some of the kitchens that Studio McGee does? I'm thinking something like that. If I find something, I'll insert the image here. But I'm gonna do something like that. And then we're gonna look for a new backsplash. We'll keep the countertops, even though it's just like speckly granite, but I'll look for a new backsplash and I think it'll look really pretty. And honestly, some people will be like, it's a rental, what are you doing? But it's like, I like being in beautiful spaces. It's part of my personality. We like doing the work because that's just what we do. And I feel like it's a mutually beneficial thing. Like it's great for the landlord. We're updating their property. They have professionals that live in the home, so they're gonna do a good job. So when we leave, it's gonna look great. We get to do the work, so we know it's gonna be done right and well, and we get to make it look however we want. I'm sorry, what? Win-win situation, yes. So I'm excited about that. Okay, this time I'm not gonna stab it again. I'm just going to assume it's done, okay? There we go. You can actually tell it darkened up a little bit on top. So I know it's done. Turn the oven off. I'm just gonna let it do its thing, you know, like you're supposed to let baked goods cool before cutting them. Almost dropped it, oh my God. I'm excited. So once it cools, we'll cut it and then I'll share all the links to all the products I can link that I used today. So if you want to help monetize my channel, I would really appreciate it. I'm actually pursuing this as a way to help my husband out financially here at home now that I'm a stay-at-home mom. So it'd mean a lot to me if you would like, subscribe, hit the follow button, the notification bell. Is that how they say it? All the things, like, you know how to do it, right? Like subscribe and hit the notification bell. Oh, and like the video, that's what it was. So I really appreciate that. And just know that any products I link on Amazon, I do receive a teeny tiny commission for them. So, you know, if you like it, there's no extra money out of your pocket if you go through my link. And it just really helps out our family. Because, you know, we're all at that point sometimes. We all have a point in life where we need a little extra help. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm gonna let this cool and I'll see you in a little bit. Ta-ta. All right, I ran to the grocery store to pick up my groceries while this was cooling, and it's still not 100% cool. Why is it when I start talking to somebody, you do that? Okay. Do y'all have that? Does your toddler do that? It's like, pay attention to me. Listen, let's see if we can. Well, I don't know. This is gonna work. Maybe if we beat it. I feel it's getting heavier in my hand. Oh my God. Oh. It's probably tearing the bottom of the bread. That's what I'm assuming. Why don't I just wait? I'm the worst at waiting. Okay. I mean, it tore it just like barely, but okay. That looks good. So it actually fell a little bit as it was cooling. If you remember, it was kind of domed at the top. It kind of fell a little bit as it cooled, but see, that's why I like putting a lot of chocolate chips in it. Because you think it's a lot, and then when you open it, it's not like a crazy amount. Oh, it's good. What do you think? You're giggling. Oh, it's good, huh? All right, so other than it taking a little longer to bake than I hoped, which whatever, it's like 10 minutes. It was good, everything's good. It fell a little bit, but the flavor is delicious. If you remember, we only did 3 tablespoons of sugar, but because you use ripe bananas, it's like you get a lot of sweetness from that. It's so good. All right, till next time, just stay real. Don't try to be somebody you're not. And I'm just gonna keep sharing my life, okay? Sounds good. It's not glamorous, but it's mine. Be sure to follow, subscribe, like, all the things. And you want more? I'll see you next time.